All right, so here's my update for this week. I just finished week 13 out of 72 of this 18-month program. So yeah, I don't know where to start. I don't really have too much to talk about. I will say I definitely noticed like a decrease in my energy and my strength this week. So I think that might just be that part of my hormone cycle. I also had a pimple right here, and so that usually signifies to me that there's something changing with my hormones, because I usually will get like one pimple a month, one small one. So I don't know, like I have an IUD, so I don't really have a period anymore, but I kind of use that pimple as like a marker of when something's going on with my hormones. But it definitely tracks, because yeah, I still pushed hard at the gym, and I think I hit like the same weight as I was hitting last week, but it definitely was harder, and I definitely wasn't like moving up on my weights or anything. So yeah, I noticed that I did feel quite a bit weaker, and I just didn't have energy. And I've been trying to make notes. I have this like daily habit tracker, and I've been trying to make notes in there if there's like a day that I just feel like way more energy or way more strength. And it looked like last month that happened. Like I had one day on the 8th where I had written like high energy. I was just like really hyper. My energy was really high, and then there was like a week later that I wrote strong. Like I was feeling like extra strong at the gym. The workouts were feeling really good. I was able to push hard. So I'm hoping that within the next week or two, I'll start to get some of that energy back and some of that strength back. And so, you know, I'll just kind of make note that those weeks are probably going to be the weeks to try to really like push and get the good workouts. And this week I did okay, but it wasn't feeling as like great as my workouts have over the couple of previous weeks. With that being said, I also noticed something with my weight. So, you know, I always talk about like I'm not really paying that close attention to my weight, but I am tracking it just because it is a metric, something that's kind of easy to track. And I stayed okay on my calories this week. I think for most of the days I was at that. I tried to follow that meal plan that I had set and stay below the 17 or 1800 calories that I had. Some days I actually got less than that. I think a couple days I forgot to eat the chickpeas that I had in the plan. And then Friday I went over it because I had like finished all my food, and then I was just craving something crunchy, and I didn't have anything besides this like older box of cereal. Oh my gosh, like cereal has so many calories in it. It's just got so much sugar and so many carbs, but I ate quite a bit of cereal. I didn't even eat it with like milk or anything because I don't have any milk here, but I was just eating this kind of like granola type of cereal. And it's just like thinking back to when I ate cereal when I was younger, if you look at the serving size on the box, like those calories can add up really fast. Because I know I would fill my bowl up with cereal, and that would be like 2 or 3 servings. So, you know, I could eat probably 500 calories just in like a bowl of cereal. So yeah, my calories on Friday went up, and carbs. But the rest of the week I was pretty good. And I'll talk about that when I go through my apps. But my average weekly calories was 1701. So that's kind of on track. But then at the same time, like even though I was eating lower calories, my weight went down a little bit at the beginning of the week, and then it just started going back up, even with me eating kind of the lower calories. It just started going up. So like I think it might have to do with my hormones and, you know, maybe holding on water weight. So I'm expecting it to go down hopefully within the next week or two if I can stick to doing pretty well on the meal plan. And I'm going to keep pretty much the same meal plan, but I'm kind of adjusting it a little bit. I'm going to take out the chickpeas because they do have protein, but it's also quite a bit of carbs and calories. So I think instead of that, I'm going to try to do a protein shake at night. What we'll just see if I can stick to it. Like, I don't know, yesterday and today I was feeling hungry, but not hungry for like the foods that I had in my plan. So like yesterday I didn't eat a whole lot of calories. It was only 1,500 calories, but it was like almost all carbs. I was just like craving carbs a lot yesterday, and I'm feeling the same thing today. Like, I went to breakfast with my roommate, and normally like going to breakfast, I'll usually just go and get a coffee while he eats. Today it was a little bit harder. I didn't, he gets like pancakes and biscuits and gravy and like all that stuff, and it was a little bit harder today. Normally it's not an issue for me, but I can definitely tell that I'm like craving carbs a lot today. So I don't know. I had a big bowl of pasta yesterday. I may do that again today. I may not. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes later. But I can definitely tell that my appetite is changing. Some days it's like pretty easy to stay on track. Other days it's not. And these 2 days it's felt a little bit harder, but I don't know. I'm going to try to stick to it, keep working on that. But in the meantime, I still got all my workouts in. I did increase my cardio a little bit. I added every day that I went in. I did 5 minutes of the rowing machine just to get my heart rate up before my workout. It's not really a lot of cardio, and I know if I need to burn fat, like, I should be doing more cardio, but I'm not. And I don't want to right now. So my focus is still on school. I've got a lot of schoolwork to do today, so I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, just if I get my workouts in every day, get my steps in every day, try to stay as close as I can to the meal plan, try to stay under 200 or 2,000 calories, and try to ideally stay under, I've changed it to 1,700 calories. So if I sub out the chickpeas for a protein shake, that will reduce my calories to just below 1,700. So I'm going to see how that goes. Like, I don't want to drastically drop my calories because I don't want to mess up my metabolism, but I'm going to try it because the 17 to 1,800 hasn't really been giving me the results that I want. So I'm going to try and see if I can stick to the 16 to 1,700. But I don't know. If my appetite's like this, it's going to be hard, but I'm going to try. So anyway, I guess that's all I have to update. So I will run through my apps real quick and then do my measurements. Okay, so here's my Fitbit app. So you can see my average weight was 141.7 this week. So after my vacation last week, I'd gone up to 143 just because I had eaten a lot and wasn't paying attention, wasn't concerned about the calories then. And then it started to drop down. I was like, okay, I expect that. And then Wednesday, it just started to kind of go back up. And then, yeah, Saturday and today it's still up. So I don't know. I was looking at this little graph here, and when you bring it out to a year, like, it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like I don't know if you can see it at the very bottom here, but it looks like I've got spikes at the beginning, towards the beginning of every month. So like February, there's a little bit of a spike, and then it drops down. March, there's a huge spike at the beginning of the month, and then it drops down. And then it looks like here in April, there was a spike, and then it's kind of come down and back up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens this month. I'm going to try to stay with the calories that I have planned and just see what happens over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully that'll start going down. I'll start burning fat, and I'm pretty sure I've got muscle under here. I just think it's not showing yet. So we'll see how that goes. With MyFitnessPal, with the calories, so you can see, yeah, some of the days I was only around 1,400, 1,300, 1,400. Tuesday, I think I ate the whole thing and maybe like some extra berries or something. I do have a hard time like cutting back the carbs. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of up and down until Friday when it just kind of went off the rails with that cereal. Yeah, like all that extra calories was just like the cereal that I had. And then yesterday, even though I was eating like almost a lot of carbs, I didn't hit the calories. But anyway, yeah, when you look at the macros, it's not the greatest. You know, my goal is like 35 to 45 or to 40% protein. My carbs were still high. My fat was lower this week and my protein was higher. And when you average it out though, since I had lower calories, I did get quite a bit more protein. It averages out to 113 grams a day, which I would like to have it at 140. They say, you know, you're supposed to hit like 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So I'd like to have it around 140. So that's why I'm adding in that extra protein shake at night, just to kind of get it closer to that. But still, it's over 100. Last week, it was only 80 grams per day when you calculated it out. So that's better. So we'll see what happens next week with that. Anything else? I think that's it. So I will hop over and do my measurements. Okay, so I think it was a few weeks ago that I said that I was just feeling like chubbier. That's how I'm feeling like right now. So yeah, I think it was about a month ago. So I'm hoping this is just kind of like my time of the month to just be holding on to a little bit more water weight. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, even though I haven't eaten anything today, I've just had coffee and some pre-workout. Feeling kind of chubby, but I will say, I forgot to mention, so I've been trying to work out hard enough to still get a little bit sore. And I did, like, I was able to push pretty hard on my chest workout and I got pretty sore there. And I felt like I pushed pretty hard on my shoulder workout, but I didn't get sore in my shoulders. But I am feeling it. I worked out my legs on Friday, so I do have a little bit of soreness in my legs. They're still feeling pretty solid, but like some weeks, like my legs just feel so solid, or I feel just like really toned, but that's not really the feeling this week. But we'll see what the measurements show. So here we go. I did feel like I'm not really feeling, oh, it's bug season now, so I've got some bug bites, but I was feeling like my butt was getting quite a bit more toned and lifted. I don't really feel like that today, but I did, like, over the last week, I was really feeling like I was seeing some results there, but I don't know. I don't really feel like it today. Let's see on the measurements. Last week, my band here was 31. This week it is 30 and a half. So that went down a little bit. I am wearing a different top though. Like, I wonder if this is a little bit tighter than the one I normally have on. Whatever, I'm not gonna change it at this point. So yeah, if this part goes down quite a bit, it's probably just my top. 35 and a half. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, it's like 35 and a quarter. Last week it was 34 and a half. So that went up a little bit. And my waist, last week it was 31 and 3/4. This week it's exactly the same. 31 and 3/4. My hips were 39 and a quarter last week. I know I'm not measuring it at like the widest point, but like I said, I'm trying to stay consistent, so I'm just doing it at my hip bones. Yeah, still about the same, 39.25. That's right? Yeah. And my thighs have been between like 20 and 22 this whole time. Last week it was 21. And looks like it's about 21 this week, maybe a little bit less. Just a tiny bit under, but I'm just gonna put 21. So, all right, even though I feel chubbier, my measurements are staying about the same, even though I weigh more. Well, I guess I don't weigh more than last week, so I don't know. I guess we'll just see. I think this was like not the best week, especially the last few days, just in terms of how I'm feeling and how my body's reacting. So I'm hopeful that at least towards the end of this coming week that I'll get that energy back, and hopefully some of the weight will start dropping off and maybe my muscles will start showing a little bit. Like, still looks the same. Maybe a little bit better than when I first started. You can kind of see tricep. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'll be back next week with my update on that.